I know, I know, I know. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you know this is not normal, but let's just ignore it for now. I'll talk about it more at the end, most likely. I may forget, but whatever. So today we're gonna do how to start your Funko Pop collection virtually. So the first thing you need to consider is how you're gonna start it. What's gonna be your first few figures? What's gonna be the first series you're going to try to go for? And this is pretty normal things. Even if the case that we're in 2020 and 2021 right now wasn't here, this would still be a pretty big deal. I know I personally started because at the time I was really into Five Nights at Freddy's. Here, I'm gonna go get my. Here, was my first ever figure, Foxy the Pirate, and literally the next day, I got Bon. These are both figures you can't really get anymore. I mean, you could probably find Foxy on Amazon or something, but Bon was a GameStop exclusive. You can't really get them anymore. So yeah, you have to figure out what's gonna be your first series, what's gonna be your first figure. It's a hard decision. And of course, for me, it wasn't very hard because, at the time, I didn't even think I was going to buy any more. I was just going to buy, one or two and say, oh, cool, look, I have a figure. So, yeah. So that's a pretty important thing. And, of course, you don't even have to go for a series. Actually, in a way, I didn't go too full into FNAF. I tried to get a lot of them, and I just went full in learning that there's a bunch of new, series I could collect. I remember, I didn't have the Funko app or any way to, tell there was new figures, so it was always so exciting. But now, it's kind of virtual. Funko, makes it big when they're releasing a new figure, so you can't really do that. But, yeah, that's the first step. Next up is where you're gonna buy the figure. Of course, some places you can go to stores, but if you want to go virtual until hopefully this thing is over, but not by hopefully it doesn't last until 2022. That, oh my god, just thinking of that. But so what places can you get the figure you want from? Of course, if the first figure you want is an exclusive, you're probably gonna want to rather buy it on. You're gonna try to buy it on the website for the store. Most stores have websites. It's not too hard to find their website. Just search in the store, and most likely a website will appear. And most likely you can buy them from online. If you can't, not a big deal. Amazon sometimes carries figures that are exclusive to other places. But the problem with Amazon, they're usually $30 then in USD. But on eBay is where I recommend. Of course, you sometimes some listings are kind of risky. If it's too good of a deal to be true, it's too good of a deal to be true most of the time. Or sometimes you do get a good deal. But, for example, I saw the metallic toucan Sam for $30. And it said 50 people have bought it. I was like, yeah, that's too good to be true. That's really unbelievable. So, yeah, I recommend eBay or the store's website. So, if you're like me and you want to, kind of put them in a shelf, unlike just stacking them on your wall or keeping them on a shelf, not like this, but just on your dresser or just seeing them around your house, whatever. That's it could be a big deal if you want more places like this. If you want something like the shelf you see right here. So first of all, the big first thing is what size you want the shelf to be. Technically, the big thing in this is how many Funko Pops it can hold, in a row, and how many rows up it can do. A lot of shelves can only hold one row. Some, well, it depends. Also, how many, little, sections do you want there to be? It's pretty complicated. So yeah, it just kind of depends. You can get really creative. For mine, it could only hold one, but here, I'll show you. As you see right there, let me hold there because it's focusing on those. I did that. Technically, I set them on the side, stacked another one up. So in a way, it's two figures. Like you can see two figures, so technically 2 rows up. But it's not at the same time. He's gonna have to do it this weird way. I don't know. But yeah. But the other thing is where you're gonna get the shelf or whatever you wanna display your pops on. And you could probably get it off Amazon. Amazon technically has everything. But if you wanna go another way, you could probably find most things at like places like Home Depot. On their website. I think they have a website. Or like other stores kinda like that. But I would just go with Amazon. So next up, I want to talk a bit about these types of figures. Saces. As you see, this is a Sace. Dang it, I can't show you him because he's kind of like somewhere I can't get to him right now. If you know the channel, I call it the Cades. So yeah. But this is a Sace, and you see how it's like normal Cuphead, red, and all that. But this one, it's like black and white and all gray. That's why it's a Sace. And there's a few things about Saces. They're 1 out of 6, and there's just technically like the one that you're supposed to Sace after, like the name. So yeah, it's a rarer version of the common. Sometimes they're not very expensive. Sometimes they're really expensive. And sometimes they're even less money than the normal figure because they're not really desirable. This one's, I'm really sure, is the same amount as a common. So it isn't that big of a deal. He's not a really expensive one. For example, the flocked Remy is like $60. But also the common Remy, it's pretty rare too. So, yeah, but you're going virtual. How are you going to find these? You don't, like, it's not like you can just walk into FYE virtually and pick one out. So the thing is, you can get them off stores usually, and it's kind of like a roulette. You don't buy them as a Sace. They don't put up a Sace and you buy it. I know places like Amazon and eBay, I know, you can go on and just buy the Sace, but they cost usually like 20 to 40, depends on the Sace. So yeah, but at places, I know Amazon does this. That's the only place I can guarantee that does this. But Amazon, if you buy Cuphead, if you just buy the Cuphead, you have a chance of the Sace one coming in. I'm really sure that's what it does. I'm not sure if there's a thing about like the figure being too old. Also, I'm really sure they have to be at least not vaulted. They can't be vaulted, I'm really sure. But I'm not sure. You're going to have to look into that yourself if you're really interested into this. So, yeah. I'm really sure if you just buy 6, you're most likely going to get the Sace. But, if you're like most people, they buy 1 or 2 of the figure, and people call it the Sace roulette, and it's like, are you going to get the Sace or not? You never know until you do it. So, yeah. So, here is technically Funko's online store. They do have a Funko HQ and a Funko Hollywood store, and that's on like the half of America where California, Washington is. I know that, of course, Funko Hollywood is in California. I'm not sure where Funko HQ is though. So yeah, but they have another place. It's called the Funko Shop. Well, it's not really another place. It's how would you call it? It's a website. So yeah, and what's on the website is just figures you can buy. They don't have all the figures, they don't have all the new ones or anything. They usually put the new ones on, but they don't have every single figure. That's not how it works. I actually thought when I first learned about the Funko Shop that there was just all the figures were on it and you could buy them for the price they were on the Funko app. I will get into that after this. But here is a Funko Pop Shop exclusive. I almost fell out of my chair. I almost fell out of my chair. Freddy Funko Christmas. You cannot get this one anymore. Technically, on the shop, you had to do is spend over $75 and you would get him for free. I'm really sure that's how he worked. So, yeah, it was also for 2020. So, yeah, they have exclusives, and usually they do them as drops. So sometimes you have to learn about the drop and get on that computer or like iPhone or whatever you're using. I don't know, iPad. And real quickly get it and hopefully you secure it. Another thing is pieces. Some of them have certain pieces. Like, actually the only one that I own that has pieces is the yellow Dino. I can't speak. From the Flintstones. And technically the whole drop was all different, 4 different colors. I'm really sure of Dino. Yeah, it's kind of boring, but I didn't actually get him in the drop. I got him third party because I just thought he looked cool, and it was only for $25. And sometimes they're hit or miss. So yeah. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is Funko, the Funko app, and also Funko.com. Well, yeah, you get what I mean. I'm going to show there's a .com page for it, but whatever. So technically, this is an app that you can technically just get on your phone right now. Just whip out your phone, go in the App Store, and it's free. And Funko made it, and it's technically like a pop price guide. It has all the Funko Pops and their prices and other products Funko makes. They have soda figures on it. They have mystery minis, even some pluses. So yeah, you can just set the prices and you can even make a collection. So the collection, you can put all your figures in. You can scan them and search them up, and all you have to do is hit the little trophy button, and you can have and you can see how many figures you have in your collection, how much its price is. So yeah, pretty helpful. You can also have a wish list that you technically do the same, but you don't actually have the figures. So yeah, it's pretty helpful. Also, the Funko app gets updated daily. So, even when there's a really new figure and you got really fast, it'll most likely have it, but, sometimes with the new figures, it doesn't have enough data. People aren't selling it enough yet to get the data for the price. So, yeah. Next up, I want to talk about bootlegs. So, you can technically find bootlegs almost anywhere. I'm really sure at this point, some Amazon places have it with the third-party sellers. Because Amazon isn't only just Amazon selling things. There's some third-party sellers. So, yeah. Personally, I would never trust Mercari and AliExpress and those types of places. You can trust them. It's your choice, but, I never trust them because that's where most of the fakes come from. And I do want to show one bootleg I have in my collection. It's a bootleg Billy, and in a way, I got this as a gift. And they even knew it was probably they thought I was never going to show up because it was from China. It was on eBay. Well, eBay doesn't mean anything, but it was on eBay. Not any of those like AliExpress or those types of places. And it was $2. If you know this figure, he's like $80. So, yeah. It's most likely not gonna be real. It's way too good to be true. And obviously, it's fake. Most of the time, if it has a box, you can tell by sometimes the box being kind of clumsy. It doesn't have the numbers on the bottom. I'll show you what that means. Oh, that one doesn't have it. Some figures don't have it in general. It falls off in things. But if it doesn't have it, like that one, I don't know why. A lot of the ones from Hot Topic, for some reason, don't, out of all places. Roger Rabbit doesn't have it. I know that. But I know that. I learned that one was real. Dang it! Here, I'll come back to you. My luck today is weird, and I literally set up, around, 15 of them, and they all didn't have it. So technically, there would be, a little sticker with numbers on it. Usually, if the figure doesn't have that, if the figure has it, or a little stamp of it, it's really highly chance of being real, super high. And if you're unsure because it has it, you can always just pop the bottom off if you're not worried about your pops value being damaged, and you can see the numbers on their feet. So yeah, that's how a good way to tell if it's bootleg. And even if you buy one for like a normal price and you learn it's bootleg, try to return it. Don't just keep it around unless it was like $2 or whatever. Suck it out a wall or something. So yeah. And last up we have, I'm just gonna do this one for the very end, Funko Pop YouTube videos and YouTubers. Of course, you're watching one right now. Go click the subscribe. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna. So there are some really great ones. If you just search up Funko Pops into YouTube, you can get some great YouTubers, and like they're all pretty good. I'm not gonna say any names just in case. If anything, I don't know. Maybe in the future something really bad related to them happens, and people come across this video of me recommending them. I don't know. I'm just not going to say any names. Just search up Funko Pops and you can find some great YouTubers for now. And of course, you can always subscribe to me. So yeah. So that's going to do it for the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And maybe, if you came across this wanting to know how to start a nice collection, only virtually, mainly. Of course, I know a lot of stores that have essential things like Target, Walmart, all those types of stores. I know Walgreens and sometimes Rite Aid has them. All of those stores have Funko Pops most of the time. I know Walmart sometimes just doesn't carry them all of a sudden. So if you're there, ready to buy some food, you might as well check. So yeah, if you made it this far, maybe you should give me a subscribe. Yeah. And also hit the like button while you're at it. And if you want to, you can even comment whatever. I don't know. So yeah, bye guys.